Today, we'll be talking about when to turn off a Facebook ad. And we're also going to be going over when to turn off an ad set, when to turn off a campaign, and hopefully answer the age-old questions of when to turn off something on Facebook. So before we get started, if you're questioning why I'm credible to be teaching these types of things, my name is Nick Theriot. I run a Facebook ads agency. I also coach and mentor students. I've done over $60 million in online revenue with Facebook ads. Head and click the links below for having to, me run your Facebook ads or for me to coach and mentor you. Now, before we get started, hit that like button and hit that subscribe button for new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And let's dive into the video. So when to turn off a Facebook ad. So let's go to get started. First off is the campaign level. And that is never. we never turn off campaigns. I think there's a lot of people that's out there that still create a shitload of campaigns in their accounts. We only use one campaign per business objective. And then we either increase that budget or decrease that budget. We don't duplicate campaigns to increase budget or anything like that. We just do a 20% increase down or up. Very simple. Now, the only time we turn off a campaign is when the business objective changes. So say, for example, we do one campaign per country we want to actively target. So from here, let's say we're advertising in New Zealand, and for whatever reason, we just there's just no, New Zealand's making us no money. Let's cut that out. So what we'll do is go ahead and we'll just turn off that campaign. Very simple. And we never started back up. It's only when the business objective changes of not wanting to advertise in New Zealand anymore. It's not that New Zealand's not profitable, let's turn it off. It's, hey, we just simply do not want to advertise in New Zealand anymore. Let's turn it off and move on. That's how we manage campaigns at a campaign level. Now we're gonna go deeper on everything else. If you're wondering about my ad account structure, then take a look at this video, Broad Targeting and Dynamic Creatives, where I show you step-by-step my ad account structure, how to do the one campaign, all that good stuff. Now, the next thing is the ad set level. When do you turn off an ad set or turn it on or yada, yada, yada? So first thing is we have two types of ad sets. We have our main ad set, which we only have one main ad set, unless we exceed the 50 creative limits and we have to create a second ad set, but trust me, that's a while before you get to that. So for our main ad set, which right here is broad 0720. Okay, that's our main ad set. Now for here, this is 90% of the time it's gonna be left on. The only time we turn it off is like, for example, one of my accounts, because I completely forgot to list the example here. One of my accounts, we're targeting broad, male plus female 18 plus, and we realized that males were just severely unprofitable compared to females. Like we spent like $10,000, $5K on female, $5K on male. And we saw that there's a substantial difference between female cost per acquisition and male cost per acquisition. So we just simply turned off that ad set, duplicated it, and just targeted females. That's it. Now, again, high levels of data, not just using, one purchase on female, one purchase on male, let's turn off the other ad set. No. Like we got a lot of data in. So that's the main ad set. We put our winners there. Other than that, we never, ever turn it off. Now our DCT ad sets, our dynamic creative testing ad sets, are turned off based upon conditions, which we'll talk about in a second. This is like 118B, 109, 123. So let's take a look. So we scheduled 116 right here to run starting on May 12th. Here's May 12th. And after 3 days of the DCT being live, it did not create a significant impact on the business. So you can see right here, it's our main ad set spent about $1,790. Our, 116 did $119. It ran for 3 days, the 12th, 13th, and 14th. And it did not spend the same or more than our main ad set. That to me is a loser. So guess what? We turned it off. We waited 3 days and we're turning it off. Very simple. Now, 123 here was launched on May 16th, and literally right between May 16th through May 18th, 16th, 17th, 18th, 3 days, it took majority of spend. So we launched a new DCT and it got majority of spend. Now, at a campaign level, we're spending $1,040 a day. So I'm telling Facebook it has the opportunity to spend on whatever ad set it wants. That's it. And Facebook's gonna spend on the ad set based off the highest confidence it has to get you results. So it had high confidence in 123 and we left it on because it works. Now we're going to move the winning variation, extract the post ID, which again, I go through everything in this video. We're going to extract the post ID and we're going to create a new ad in our main ad set. We're going to move that ad to the main ad set. and then we're going to let it run. And then once it takes off in our main ad set, we're going to turn off the DCT and move on. Now, just to also show you 3 days before launching 123, just want to completely show you this, that broad was getting majority of spin. So for those that are like, I don't know, whoever want to cry about this, just to show you 3 days before as well. So in short, we're scheduling a DCT to go live at midnight. It will be active 3 days before making a decision. If it doesn't get a lot of spin, that means it's not a good asset. Facebook has the opportunity to spin on it. It just Facebook's not, because it's not a good asset. Or it's getting a lot of spin, but CPA tanks for the business, turn it off. Let's say overall the CPA is bad, and you're looking at the overall numbers in TripleWell for your NC CPA, your new customer calls per acquisition, and that shoots up. Well, then turn off that ad set. It's getting majority of spin. Our new customer calls per acquisition shot up. So that means we're not profitable. So we need to turn it off and let things restabilize. Now, the next one is that it gets a lot of spin and CPA for the business stays the same or improves. Leave it on. Then move that winning combo over in terms of like extracting the post ID, move it to your main ad set, and let it run. And then what you want to do is just simply turn off that DCT after it takes off the winning ad set. Like let's just say, for example, you launch 123 May 16th and it's May 17th a day later, and it's getting majority of spin and it's just ridiculously high cost per acquisition, and you look in the back end at your CPA in the back end with Shopify and stuff, and you actually see a negative impact overall, simply turn it off. Just make sure it spends at least your 3x your target CPA. That's the only thing that I recommend. So that's how you turn off an ad set. That's how you turn off a campaign. Now, also too, here's how to find a target CPA. How to calculate target CPA. Now, next thing is your ad level. And we never turn an ad off. We just let ads run. Now, this is the ad level for our main ad set, because a DCT, in these DCTs, it's just one dynamic ad in it. You cannot put more than one dynamic ad in it. You can't put a dynamic ad in a regular ad. You can only put one ad in a DCT, and that's just dynamic creative. So what we do is we take that and then we move it over, that winning post ID, into an ad set that's regular, dynamic creative turned off. So we can put regular ads in here. And I'm switching over to another account to show you this. We moved everything over and we just let everything run. Now, this is something right here that I want to talk to you guys about, because it's the way we came to this conclusion. And I'm actually going to give you guys a little story time here. So this is one of our accounts right here. This is a lead gen account. It does not matter that it's a lead gen account. It just matters that for this account, it's just showing you this. So basically, lead gen account, app install account, website registrations, etc., Shopify, all that, the ad account structure will stay the same. So what I'm trying to get at here is that we've been running this account now for about a year and a half. We've scaled up this account from $1,000 a day in ad spend to about $15,000 in ad spend, and we made them about $25 million in revenue. We made them a fuckload of cash. And part of that scaling process was that we kept going into these problems where it was like trying to catch a falling knife. We would add in some new ads to our ad set that we quote unquote thought were winners. So we would turn off some of our top ads to get more spin. They'd start getting a little bit more spin. Then the next day just like be bad. Then all performance shoots back down. Then we turn back on the old ads. Then like we keep running it for a few days. Then performance shoots up. And then like good way, great. And then like a day later it shoots back down. We turn off some ads again. It was just a constant turn on, turn off, turn on, turn off, turn on, turn off. And what that was causing is that it was causing the falling knife effect, where you're trying to catch a falling knife. Many media buyers play the falling knife game of adding new winning ads to the main ad set, doesn't get spin, and starts turning off other ads to force spin. This forces spin to Facebook to spin on ads that do not work at scale, which cause swings in performance. And then now we only turn off ads in the main ad set of significantly high CPA. So to go back to this story, we played that falling knife game for about 6-7 months. And ultimately we finally got to a point where like, let's just leave everything on. Leave everything on and let's not turn off a single ad. And since we've done that, we've had 6 months of super high stability, spending $15K a day in ad spend, which ultimately is saving us a shitload of time. Is making the client a lot more money, the client's a lot more stable, and we're also getting a higher payout on the rev share for this because now we're getting better performance. So it's making us more money at the end of the day. And all we do is we simply look for new winning DCTs like this to put in here and help out with performance. It's very simple. Now, the only time we will turn off an ad in our main ad set is if it's something crazy like, look, all of these are getting anywhere between $45 to $30. Now, you see this one right here, $671 spent, $84 CPL. We turn off that one because it's just a significantly high CPA that just is ridiculous. So we turn it off. Again, leaving ads on, more stability and performance, enable to spend more as Facebook has more assets to allocate spend to. And the big question is, but what if performance dips next? What happens if performance tanks? Simply find a new winning DCT. This is where you're going to improve things at, and that's how you can actually improve the business as a whole and get things back on track. And next thing is prioritizing your testing. So this DCT was by testing something drastically new, and I talk about drastically new things and how to find more winning Facebook ads. This particular video, I'm gonna go over the drastically new things you can test. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you give it a like, give it a subscribe, drop a comment below if you have any questions or anything like that. Happy to answer out, and I'll see you guys next week. Talk later.